Hello, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. My name is Dee, and this is Dee's Reading Lounge, where I'm sharing my love for reading at my own pace. If you like all things bookish, please consider subscribing down below. I would love to have you here, and don't forget to drop me a comment so I'll know that you've been here. So let's go ahead and get into this video. This is another one of my bookish musing episodes where I talk all things bookish, whether it's what I'm reading, current reads, DNFs, pretty much anything that I want to share here regarding books. And so I'll start with the DNFs. So I just recently DNF the Queen's Spade. I was listening to that a couple of days ago. I tried to listen to it on audio because I don't have the physical book. But this one was a highly anticipated new release for me because I just finished reading this one, The Other Princess by Denny S. Bryce in March. This book was a okay book. It was not what I expected it was going to be. It did let me down a little bit, but it also had some good parts as well. So I was really curious because the author who wrote The Queen's Spade is a different author. And so it seems like she's taking a different creative approach with telling Sarah Forbes Bennett's story, which is the African princess that was gifted to Queen Victoria. That is what this book is all about. This is historical fiction based on Sarah Forbes Bennett's life when she was stolen from her country in Africa and gifted to Queen Victoria. So that book, The Queen's Spade, has taken a different direction with the creative writing liberties, and it's a revenge story. I was eager to really find out what that was going to be because I did not know if this was going to be like a continuation, maybe somebody in her family went after Queen Victoria. I did not know. And so I started it on audio, and although I loved I don't know who the narrator is, although I loved her voice and everything, I think it was perfect. It was very wicked. Her voice was very wicked for a revenge story. However, there was a little difficulty because she was really fast too. She was really talking really fast, but I don't know. It was just too fast for me. Her voice was she was just talking very, very, very fast. Love the voice, but it was just a lot going on. And yeah, I couldn't keep up. So I was like, you know what? I'm working, trying to listen to this. Even if I wasn't working, just listening on the headphones, just working out, I probably would have been distracted listening to her voice because of the pitch and also the fact that she was talking fast. So that is one that I have on hold as well through Libby, ebook version or a book version. I do really want to read that because the little parts, which was only a couple minutes, because I did have to keep rewinding like 5 times, that I heard, the little parts that I heard was very interesting. It started off with a murder. And so that was very interesting. And so that was one book that I DNF. So let's talk about my current reads, which is in this book sleeve here. This is it, Perfect Peace by Daniel Black. Finally getting into Daniel Black's catalog. And I did record a reading vlog that will be posted sometime soon. Not sure, but be looking out for that regarding this book. And y'all, I'm just loving it. 5-star energy. If you don't know what it's about a woman who is desperate to have a little girl after having 6 boys, that she decides to make the newborn boy that she had a girl, and finally tells him at age 8 that he is not a girl, that he's a boy. Y'all, this book is like so good. I'm very impressed with the writing. Yes, but I won't say anything else about this because I did a whole reading vlog on this book, which I will talk more about in that video. So check that out when that comes out. All right, so now I'm going to be doing a library haul. I've really been getting into my library, which I do try to check out a few books a month. Whether I read them or not is another issue, a separate issue, but I'm trying to do better. Now, I did get a email from my library thanking me for patronizing the library. And let me just say that if you haven't considered going to your library for books instead of buying them, I would do so because we have to support these libraries, these free resources, because if we don't, they may lose funding. We may lose the ability to get access to banned books, free books, things like that. Free resources that not everyone has the money to buy, to spend on books, because books can get pricey after it's all said and done. All right, so I'm going to show you the books that I picked up. I picked up quite a few. I'm going to only show you 4 because one of the books is a personal book, just like for me. Okay, so the first book I picked up is this book. And when I saw this, I was like, hold on for a second. I didn't realize it was this thick, okay? This is Love Unwritten by Lauren Asher. And you know that I am not a romance reader like that. I do like romance, but I have to be in the mood for it. And I am in the mood for romance right now. I've been reading some romances here and there while I was, or trying to get out of my book slump. So a wonderful viewer left a comment on my channel and said that she finished reading this book. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to check out some of the books that you said you enjoyed. I don't remember what the rating was, but I think it was a good one. So if you're watching this video and you recommended or said you like this book, I got this book. So hopefully I get to it. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I hope it goes fast because I did not anticipate this book being, I guess I should have did my due diligence or research. It's a little over 600 pages, y'all. So we'll see, but we're mood reading. We'll see. So I picked this one up. I didn't even tell you what this book was about. Do you guys want to hear that? So it says, Ellie Sinclair is a hopeless romantic who writes love songs. I'm a struggling workaholic who could inspire 100 breakup albums. On paper, we have nothing in common except for my son. For 8 months, I avoid her until our summer trip. 14 days, 2 islands, and 1 nanny I should be attached to. Spending time with Ellie is expected, but enjoying her company, that isn't part of our travel plans. After my divorce, I swore to protect my heart at all costs, even if it meant breaking hers in the process. So that is from someone named Raphael, and then we've got, it looks like it's going to be 2 perspectives, which is nice when you're reading a romance novel. So Ellie's little blurb says, what's worse than working for a grumpy single dad, admitting that I once had a secret crush on him in high school. Thankfully, Rafael Lopez and I have changed since we graduated from Wisteria High. He is a billionaire with a company to run and a child to take care of. I'm an unemployed songwriter he hired to watch his son and teach music. We coexist without any issues until a vacation changes everything. Lines blur and old feelings for Raphael return with a vengeance as I face a new dilemma. Being his son's nanny is one thing, but wishing for more sounds like a heartbreak song waiting to be written. So it's almost like a close proximity type forced romance. We'll see. Yeah, we'll see. Sounds different and interesting. Looking forward to that. The next book is Renee Watson. It's called Skin and Bones. So this one, it says Lena is getting married even if it is at 40. Which I heard someone like read the blurb about this and I was like, that sounds very relatable. I think it's gonna be a book that I might relate to because I'm in my 40s. I'm not married right now. And one day I hope to be married. So it says she works tirelessly at a challenging job to bring the oft forgotten Black history of Oregon to the masses, feeling fortified by a legacy Black Pearlanders left for her, while also burdened by what's been passed down generation after generation in her family, lessons and values about faith, love, beauty. Some of these lessons she wants to hold on to, but some she needs to unlearn as she strives to evolve for her daughter, not wanting to make the same mistake her mother made with her. A confession on her wedding day shifts her world. So that's all I'm going to read. Sounds very relatable about family, about maybe generational curses and trying to relearn everything that you learned from childhood, breaking out of bad like thinking and stuff like that. So I probably will pick this one up when I'm done finishing the current books that I'm trying to read. The next one is called Count My Lies. It's a thriller. I've really been in my thriller bag lately because they've been helping me get out of this book slump that I was in. I recently read Kill for Me, Kill for You, which I really did enjoy. I think I rated that a 3.5. I listened and read that on audio and physical. So now I'm delving into another thriller. This one is by Sofia Stava. So it says, harmless lies mostly to make her self-proclaimed sad little life a bit more interesting. So when Sloane sees a young girl in tears at a park one afternoon, she can't help herself. She tells the girl's very attractive dad she's a nurse and helps him pull a bee stinger from the child's foot. With this lie and chance encounter, Sloane becomes the nanny for another nanny story, for a wealthy and privileged household of Jay and Violet Lockhart, the perfect New York couple with a brownstone, a daughter in private school, and summers on Block Island. But maybe Sloane isn't the only one lying, and all that's picture perfect harbors a much dangerous truth. That sounds really good. So hopefully we'll get to that one. And the last book is a book that I heard some buzz about, or have been hearing buzz about, Pachinko. This one is a little out of my comfort zone. It's also a chunker as well, but I'm always willing and interested in reading like other stories besides African American stories. I love to read our stories, but you know, sometimes it's good to open and broaden your horizon on another, other cultures, I would say. So this blurb on the cover says, Pachinko is elegant and soulful, both intimate and sweeping. The story of several generations of one Korean family in Japan is the story of every family whose parents sacrificed for their children, every family whose children were unable to recognize the cost, but it's also the story of a special cultural struggle in a riveting time and place. Min-ji Lee has written a big, beautiful book filled with characters I rooted for and cared about and remembered after I read the final page. So it follows the Korean family through the generations, beginning in early 1900s Korea. So this is a historical fiction, it looks like. Korea with Sunja, the prized daughter of a poor yet proud family whose unplanned pregnancy threatens to shame them. Betrayed by her wealthy lover, Sunja finds unexpected salvation when a young tubular minister offers to marry her and bring her to Japan to start a new life. So begins a sweeping saga and exceptional people in exile from a homeland they never knew and caught in the indifferent arc of history. In Japan, Sunja's family members endure harsh discrimination, catastrophes, and poverty, yet they also encounter great joy as they pursue their passions and rise to meet the challenges this new home presents. So that sounds very interesting to read another perspective, like cultural perspective. So that is Pachinko by Min-ji Lee. So y'all, that is it for this episode of Bookish Musings. Let me know what you are currently reading right now. And if you have anything to add to the conversation or anything that I discussed, I would love to hear that in the comment section as well. Thanks for watching, guys. I will see you in the next video. Have a blessed and wonderful day. Bye.